Hello and welcome to Optional Enterprises Watchlist for the week of September 23rd, 2019. I apologize to those of you who are watching my watch list. This is about 4 hours late. To anyone that's just tuning in, I usually show these around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I got a little late start to the day, but we're going to jump right on in here, and our first symbol here is going to be ticker symbol ATVI. I had this last week triggered for a reversal. We see we got that reversal played out. You had an opportunity to play it there on the 17th. This week we're looking for it to break that 54.58 for a short down to 52.06. However, if we can hold this 54.58, then we're going to retest these highs and possibly jump up into this gap in the chart that we've got right over here. So again, we're looking for the shorts. Let's go take a look at the open interest and see what verifies this analysis. Alright, let's take a look at the open interest on Activision, ticker symbol ATVI. So we're looking at the September 27th expirations here. And again, our primary focus should be right around here, these 55, 50s, and 56s. We can see we had a huge ad on Friday, or Thursday into Friday anyways, at these 55.50s, which was not able to cross above. These people are holding these positions over the weekend at a 38 delta, so this one could be a large sell or a very large speculative bet to the upside. We're looking for a follow through on that reversal. We scroll down, we see we've got corresponding open interest at the 57s and 58s. Again, another one at the 55s. So this, as long as these maintain as sellers, then I am thinking that this is looking for a shoot to the downside. But we are consolidating on a pretty strong support level on the chart, so definitely want to keep an eye on price action before we see the confirmation of these contracts. Next symbol we've got here, ticker symbol XLF, the financials, which to anyone should open up a whole bunch of trades. A lot of the banks, the sector itself is looking bearish, and we've got some open interest that kind of confirms this, but we're going to need to see price action Monday for this to be verified. We closed below a large block trade just under 5 million, which was at the 28.13, and we can see that's also confirmed by some large volume being brought into the market right there. So essentially we're looking for this one to come back down, maybe 27.81, which, you know, isn't obviously a huge move. 20 cents on the financials is not a gigantic move, but for the financials, a 20 cents is actually a fairly decent move. A 20 cent move on some of these options will yield you a fairly decent return. But let's go take a look at the open interest and see what we can find there. Alright, so ticker symbol XLF. We take a look at our important open interest here. We see a lot of subtracting Thursday going into Friday. And we've got some great upper resistance levels here, this 28.50s and 29s. But we've got a lot of corresponding open interest over here with positions adding on the put side. So the chart definitely looks like it's set up for a short-term fallback. I wouldn't expect it to go too much lower, maybe 26 being our lower support level here. If we take a look at some further time out, we see down here that this 26, 25 level is definitely being confirmed as a great support level. These are probably going to expire worthless, so I wouldn't expect too much of a fallback in financials. We've also got some large open interest focused at the 29 and 30s, providing a pretty good resistance level. Again, short term, only 8 days out. We're definitely looking at people taking away from their positions.
So taking a look at the time and sales for the XLF, we see right here, around the middle of the day, we had a large trade coming in. Regular transaction between a buyer and a seller. So this one is a speculative bet. And these are right at the 28 calls. So this is essentially saying to me, we're at a 59 delta, that the XLF might be looking for a pop up come Monday. That's a large bet with a pretty high delta. This person would have to be pretty sure, if they were a seller, that this is going to go down. If we do go down come Monday, then this order right here is definitely telling us that we're going to see some continued bearishness into the week.
So our next symbol here is DLTR, Dollar Tree Inc. And this was triggered for a reversal last week. We got that reversal very briefly for a nice move. At the high of the day, it was at 112.14. The low of the day was 109.51. So there was about a $3 move in there for you to play for a short, or to make $1.50 on your at the money options. You can see right here we've got a pretty classic shooting star. So that combined with some open interest, we're looking for a break of the 109.74. We can get that break. We could be looking for 106.43 this week. However, if 109.74 or the 108.63 decides to hold, then we could be looking for new highs and a break through this 113.38. However, I am leaning more bearish on Dollar Tree. So let's go take a look at the open interest and see what we can find there to confirm this analysis.
Alright, so taking a look at the open interest of ticker symbol DLTR, this is consumer discretionary, and if you looked at XLY, we definitely just crossed below a bearish point, below a very large block trade. So if DLTR is going to follow suit with them, that's kind of the plan. We're also looking for a follow through on, I think it was 2 weeks ago, I had this triggered for a reversal. The reversal played out shortly, actually I think it might have been last week, and it popped down for a day and then came back up to retest those highs. We're actually looking for a double top on this one. Open interest near term does not tell us a whole lot. We've got some large volume over here on the 110s. If these end up turning to be into ads, that would be a pretty large, fairly large speculative position that's saying that we're good through 110. Longer term though, we take a look at our open interest out here, we see we've got a pretty large bet over here at the 115s, and this position is maintaining. So that's a bearish bet. So I don't think it's going to go above 115. This definitely seems like somebody who's waiting for this to fall back down. And if we go out to our time and sales, we see we've got some pretty big action around the 95 puts at pretty low delta. So we're not expecting like a huge fallout out of this, but that'd be about 10 points on Dollar Tree, which would be pretty concise as a support level and consistent with our thesis that Dollar Tree is going to be experiencing some fallback.
Alright, so our next symbol here is Bloomin' Brands, ticker symbol BLMN. And this was triggered for a reversal on the daily. You can see that reversal actually already came in. The trigger came in on the 14th, which was this week. And you see we got that sharp rally into a pretty critical area here. This is now what I can consider a confirmed trend line. We've got 3 points of confirmation there. So this is pretty critical. We're sitting on top of that 10 EMA. If we break there, then we could be looking for that 1940. However, I'm looking for that 1940 break for a fallback to the 18. If the 1940 area does decide to hold, then we could be looking for a retest of those highs and looking up to 21. So let's go take a look at the open interest and see what we can find there.
Alright, ticker symbol BLMN. Unfortunately, the open interest does not have a whole lot to tell on this. Right now, it still looks good for the rise up. So if it breaks our resistance level on the chart, then we could definitely be seeing as low as the 15s. But the open interest is telling us a completely different story. We've got pretty strong positions maintaining here at the 1750s. And these positions over here have only ever been increasing. So if you watch the development of these on the Analyze tab in the Thinkorswim platform, they get added as soon as the market goes down and rallies up. So to me, these suggest somebody's placing a pretty strong support level underneath us, 1750. As far as the chart is concerned, I was looking for 18 this week for the fallback to 18 for a re-entry long. And our open interest near term, which is not too near term, we're talking about a month away, definitely suggests that my analysis would be considered accurate. So looking for an 18 for the underlyings, lower support, maybe looking for an entry long there. As far as this week is concerned, I'm definitely looking for the 18 support level.
All right, our next symbol, ticker symbol LYB. So this one's triggered for a reversal, and you can see that we've got a confirmed trend line here. Got 1, 2, and we just broke it right here on some pretty large volume. So I've got a price target for this one of 85.12 this week. We can break that 85.12. We might be looking for the 81.59. However, there's some massive volume sitting in right here, so I wouldn't hold my breath for this 81.59. But 85.12 does look acceptable. So let's go take a look at some open interest and see what confirms this analysis.
Alright, so ticker symbol LYB. There's 3 things that I will be paying attention to this week. So the first one here is on these 88 puts. We've got an open interest of 400. And that was added into Friday. So, and these people are holding over the weekends, as we didn't see any large orders take place as far as exiting this. So this is a very bearish bet that we're good through 88, which supports the thesis that I was looking for around 85, which our open interest actually supports as a lower support level. Another thing to keep in mind here is at our 89s, we had a large order being placed Thursday into Friday, along with an open interest of 445. So 89 is providing an upper resistance level. So 85, that's what we're at. We're about $3, right? That'd be about a $3 play. So at the money, you definitely get a 100% return on your money. Let's go take a look at the time and sales and see what they show us, as they've got a pretty bearish bet on them as well. All right, so taking a look at the time and sales here, we see pretty much right at the end of the day, we had someone come in buy some 95 calls. So obviously the buyer of this is a very bullish buyer, not part of a spread. So this person is thinking that maybe we see 95 this week, which would be about 6 points to the upside, or 7 points to the upside. But this was placed at an 18 delta. So to me, this really, and based on the time of day that it was placed, I believe that this is actually more of a bearish bet, saying that we're not, at the very least, it's saying that we're not going to go above 95. But more so than not, it's saying that by October 18th, we're not going to see this thing go above 95, and they want this to expire worthless. So check price action Monday, and I believe this is bearish.
All right, so to everyone who watches my SPY outlook that I post every day in my Instagram channel, so SPY the other day, or Friday I should say, closed below this very large block trade, which was 298.21. That came in on the 11th. At first glance, that was a very significant area for us. It remains significant. But first, down here, this was our buy. I posted that live in my Instagram channel. We shot straight up from there. Now we've closed below it, which is right there. And we're looking for this to catch some support, probably around the 296s. I wouldn't expect it to go any higher than 299. But let's go take a look at the open interest, see what we can find there, and possibly give us some trade ideas into Monday. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for watching my watch list this week. As always, in my Instagram channel, I will be posting live trade updates, my SPY outlooks for every day. So go over there, give that a look, see if you find anything you like. As always, I appreciate you watching my watch list, wishing you profits this week, and always talk to you next week when I post the next watch list.
Alright, and finally, ticker symbol GH, Guardian Health. Given that the market is in a not a sharp decline, but looking like we could be experiencing some fall back in the near term, looking to healthcare for some long positions. Guardian Health seemed to be one of the few that popped up as far as a reversal is concerned, and we're definitely confirmed by some open interest that is interesting to look at. So we're looking at these 70 calls here with we've got 1,259, I'm sorry, 70 puts, 1,259 volume traded on 439 open interest. Not a lot of activity over here on the calls. A lot of speculative bets thinking that they're going to go up, maintaining their positions. But these definitely seem to me like sells, so we'd want to see these kind of lightening up come Monday. We'd like to see this be an add over on our 70s, providing a nice support level underneath us. These expire in 26 days. But as far as sentiment, this to me definitely suggests a bullish sentiment. And what makes me say that, if we go over to our Analyze tab and just watch the development of these 70 these 70s right here, if you just watch those numbers, okay, so here we see we're on the 19th. This is the 19th, and the very next day you go up to the 20th, and those 70s suddenly appear. Large volume, large open interest. We'd like to see those as ads. If those do in fact become ads come Monday, then this is definitely going to be providing us a great support level for the reversal up. Okay folks, so for a quick look at SPY and the open interest for our Monday's trade, things we want to be watching: 295 puts. See, we've got a large open interest position there, so 295 is definitely going to be providing us a lower support level, but we do see some 21,000 open interest or volume traded on the 296s, so the 296 could provide a new support level come Monday if we see that these added to our open interest on the 296s, which would be a $2 move on the underlying. You also see over here, I mean, given that large sharp downward move on Friday, a lot of people were anticipating that and they were taking away from their positions, and we see we've got huge open interest right here. Those are 300s, 301, 302s. So right now, if we see an add of this volume to this open interest, then 300 is going to be pretty strong support, resistance level. But first resistance, I'd definitely be looking around the 299s. We've got 12,000 traded over there. If those become new open interest, then we could see maybe a rally up to 299 and then for a short back down to maybe the 296s. That'd be a $3 move though, so that's just taking a look at the open interest for SPY come Monday. So as it looks like right now, I would say I'm looking for maybe a pop into Monday, but not to be sustained. Maybe find some resistance around the 299 level, and then a fallback as low as 295, but I'd be looking at 296 first for my first support.